If you're feeling pain from CC10's permanent nap, don't worry, you're not alone, even I'm feeling the pain as well. I spent 6 hours yesterday night trying to solve this, another 2 hours when I woke up, just to give you guys an easy risk 18 strat that you can follow. This strat will have 2 6 stars, so bear with me, I know it kinda hurts to have 2 6 stars, but one of the 6 stars will be very easily replaceable, which I'll teach you how to later on. But first, let's take a look at the risk. So there's going to be 3 parts of the video. I'll show you the easiest strat that I can see, followed by how to replace the Mudrock that you see later on in the second and third part of the video. So for the risk, we'll take the Hate Drinker and Artificer buff, and then Reborn Creations buff as well. I regret not taking Risk 3, by the way. Risk 3 for this tag is very easy to do. So if you can buy this, use this instead of like maybe Defense Up. So take note of this tag. Don't buff the boss because that really sucks, and then don't get attack up as well. You can try to afford a risk 1 attack up depending on how strong your operators are. So if you happen to take this, maybe you want to lower something else in order to make your stage easier. You could also afford attack down 1, again depending on what operators you bring. So try to test it out later on when you see it. And then HP, you can take risk 3 if you dare to. Then afterwards, take Specialist and Caster DP cost up because we're not using anybody from those classes. Take DP regeneration down, deployment limit 5. If you think you have a strat that doesn't leak anyone, you can take this. But my strat involves leaking 2 enemies, so don't take that. We'll take Band Tiles and then we'll take redeployment type up. Do not take the extra enemies because it doesn't make this CC easier. So essentially you can take quite a few extra tags if you dare to, something like this. And then these 2 as well, so that will make it risk 23. But I'm not asking you to do risk 23. I'm saying amend my strat so that it suits your preference the best. Alright? This is what they will bring. So you need the core operator of this stage that is a Null Alter skill tree M3. It is preferable that Null Alter at least has a module level 1 in order to do this stage. If there isn't, it's okay, you'll just have a little bit of a tougher time. And make sure that it's M3 on skill tree. Mudrock is basically the replaceable 6 star of this map. I'll show you how to do that later. Then for the other operators, bring a Pioneer Vanguard, a Standard Bearer, 2 single target medic, and then preferably bring defenders that can heal. So someone like Spot and Gumi and even Cardigan. Alright? Don't need to have an E2 Gumi, just an E1 will do. So with this squad, let's see how to do Risk 18. We are at Londinium Outskirts. Okay, let's start off by placing a Standard Bearer along with a Pioneer Vanguard. Now, how does the cannon target onto your allies? They will target the ally with the highest block count. So notice that Spot has the highest block count now because he has a block count of 3, so the cannon will be striking onto him. The slugs that you see here will give an extra block count onto your operators. So you can see Spot went from 3 to 4. So we're gonna use that mechanic to help us in this stage. That's the biggest headache of CC10. You need to figure out how to make the cannons help you. I'll place Mudrock on the left, and then you're gonna see a big boom on the right. The goal of this strategy is to concentrate all the cannon power on the right side of the map, and then you'll kill the enemies on the left side with a strong 6 star, which there are a lot. You'll see who they are later. Anyways, you can place a healing defender there. Turn on Courier skill again. Don't worry about Mudrock, she will survive just fine. Let go of the slugs and then place a defender over here. So now the block count of Cardigan is 7. It's a very high block count, so the cannon will target her instead of Mudrock, because there are 4 slugs onto her. The cannon will strike, and then you'll see it hit everybody within range. Very, very strong. Okay, now note, your healing defender on the top right is blocking 2 slugs. I want you to make that defender block 3 slugs. So meaning, hold this slug behind with a Null Alter, and then also feed a medic. Now you can let go of Myrtle, not needed anymore. And then wait for Manfred to approach. So this tile camouflages Null Alter, which is why Manfred will not attack her. So when Manfred is within her range, just turn on her skill. And then retreat her and switch her for a healing defender sitting right over there. You'll see the cannon strike, boom, and then there you go.
First aid box is ready.
So the purpose of holding the slugs here is that I need you to ensure the cannon prioritizes the healing defender on the top right. Just as you see. You can retreat your medic. So you're gonna see a big boom. And then the slugs on the right are gone. Now, to note, if you kill the boss really fast, phase 2 will not spawn early. The trigger condition for phase 2 is that you kill the Sarkaz caster on the left. So if you kill it really fast, then the extra enemies, the final few enemies will spawn early basically. So you might want to use that to think of how you want to settle this. But you can see Mudrock takes her time to do the killing. So we'll lick those two enemies. Next, I'm going to place a courier right over there, and then feed him a medic as well. Okay, I need you to get Manfred to charge up the cannon. So Manfred charge up the cannon whenever he attacks an operator. Just as you see there. So he's gonna strike down right about here. Okay, then afterwards I'm gonna place a null altar to assist me. Please feed extra medics onto your courier, and you can retreat your Mudrock. Not needed anymore. Now, you can switch your courier for a healing defender, but I'll give it some time. Okay, when the altar skill is ready, turn it on, and then you can use the true damage to strike against Manfred. The altar will kill everybody. There you go. That's how you settle the right side. And then the left side, all you need to do is just have the cannon. That's basically the entire stage. So you can retreat everyone, and then you can just put a healing defender, who will survive quite okay. So after this, I'll teach you guys how to replace Mudrock, because some of you might not have her, but you have very good alternatives in your accounts. It will change up the timing of the way you might play certain things, and you will have more deployment challenges if you're not using a Mudrock. So let's take a look at that after this cannon is down. So, to replace the operators, you have quite a few options as I've mentioned. If you head into my squad over here, let's take a look at who they are. So, Mountain is probably the best replacement for a Mudrock, but do take note you do need to feed him a medic. Then you can also consider people like Blaze, Gavial Alter, Irene, as long as you time the skill properly onto the enemies, that will be pretty good. Estacia is great as well because she attacks equivalent to her... I don't think it's equivalent to a block count. Oh, it is because of her skill 2. Yeah, so Estacia is going to be pretty darn sweet. Chen kinda works, but I suggest that you buff her with a Warframe in order to make it work. Tons is okay, he's single target, but you need to bear with him as to how he attacks a little slowly. If you can feed him a Warframe, also better. Lapland is fine. Kelsit kinda works, but I worry that her healing is not enough when Manfred does his special ability between phase 1 and phase 2. Spectre depends. I suggest you use skill 1 if you don't want her to get stunned, and then you can try to feed her a buffer as well. Blemish Shine kind of works, and then Dana also works. So, I'll show you guys how to do this with a Mountain. Now, we switch out our Mudrock, and then we turn this into a Mountain as mentioned. And then you need to feed a medic. So let's feed a Susuro to him. A great 4-star medic. You're taking the same text, don't need to change anything. So, instead of placing Mountain first, you feed a medic in. And then afterwards you place whichever ground operator that you want over here, just like that. I'll turn on Mountain skill. Explosion on the right. Very good. And then Manfred will appear, he'll get stunned for a little while. And then remember, you wanna only let one of the slugs go past, and then drop that down. You can remove your Myrtle, and then just feed a medic onto no altar. So wait until Manfred gets in no altar's range, then you turn on her skill. There you go, in range, skill up. And then when no altar is done, I'll retreat her, and then place a defender on this part of the map. Big boom. I can retreat my medic if I want to. Turn on Susuro's skill if you feel like it's necessary as well, in order to give better healing on the left side. So it's very similar, basically, to whatever that happened in the Mudrock strat. But depending on certain 6 stars that you use, the way that you approach this might be different. So I'll show you a Blaze example after this, because Blaze does screw up the timing of how you deploy the operators. I'm not going to retreat them yet because I have 99 DP, so I can be a bit patient. Okay, I'll place a courier in, and again feed the medic. I'm gonna place a cardigan here so that she can at least help me charge up the cannon a bit better, because Manfred is attacking her. There you go. Make boom. So you can see how my timing is a little bit screwed up because I blocked Manfred there, and then now he's just chilling.
Shall be no more.
So I placed Null. Null did a big true damage area, which is very helpful here. Alright, let's drop the sword so that she deals true damage onto everyone on the right part. And there you go. Pretty much the same idea. So I'm not gonna hold you guys back for too long. Let me show you the Blaze idea. Okay, so this time I'm using Blaze. So Blaze has an extended range on her skill 2, which means she's gonna kill the caster much faster compared to Mountain or Mudrock. So this will change up the timing of when Wave 2 spawns. So as you observe over here, you're gonna see that the enemies come in a little bit quicker. Compared to just now, the enemies usually spawn when Manfred is on the rightmost side of the map. So this change in timing is not very good. What I'm gonna do is I'll place a cardigan here to just bait Manfred's attack for a bit. I'm also gonna help her to heal up. Now I don't mind like chucking in a lot of people onto this part of the map in order to just really eat up the cannon. Boom. And then use No Alter to just stun them. Like that. You're gonna see No Alter getting hit. Please try to feed her a medic. You can retreat the left side of the map. If you need more DP, feel free to place a Myrtle. And then when Manfred gets close, just like that, just turn on No Alter's skill, and then there you go. So a bit of adaptation, you know. We try to bait the cannon first instead of trying to like place the defenders down early, place a defender somewhere. You know, I solved this by using the cannon and then placing No Alter to remove the last bit of health. And then just place a healing defender and that's it. So a few more improvisation techniques that I want to show you. So if you want to use someone like Chen in this stage, what you can do is you can buff her attack with a Warframe and then after you turn on her skill to remove everybody on the left side. Just like that. If you want to use someone like Irene in this stage, you can as well, as long as you charge up the skill and then afterwards you just do a big burst and she'll remove everybody on the left side. If you're using Gavia Alter for this map, please make sure you're using skill 2 and not skill 3, so that you don't give her the extra block and then screw up where the cannon lands. So just some final tips to give to you guys. Again, please adapt the risk. You don't have to exactly follow what I'm doing. If you feel the attack up works better for you or attack down, then go ahead and do so. And then a final thing to note is that if you struggle against the final wave, being the ones that spawn these particular guys, the Gift of Sanguinage, you can try to kill them with other operators that you have. Maybe you can Surtur them, you could Chen Alter them, Ayer them, whichever that you prefer in order to remove them from the stage. So that's all that I have to mention for CC10. I hope that I've helped you guys out with your Risk 18. And if not, I shall see you guys in all of my daily maps. Alright, bye bye.